CEO へご就任されたバシン・テプソパーンの講演へと移ります。バシン氏は高校時代から海外留学を通してさまざまな国際経験を積み、タイの東大と呼ばれるチュラロンコン大学にて行政学士号を取得。その後イタリアの大学へと渡り、芸術、建築、政治、経済を学びます。帰国後、タイの宝石鑑定養成学校においてゼネラルマネージャーとして勤務する傍ら、多言語ウェブサイトや SNS を通じたコミュニケーションチャンネルを構築、また輸出ビジネスを展開する企業の経営者としても活躍されておりました。貧困地域の環境改善プロジェクトを推進していたバシン氏は、ASEC プロジェクトのコンセプトに深く共感し、ASEC フロンティア CEO として当プロジェクトへ参画。タイ語、英語、日本語、北京語、広東語、フランス語、イタリア語を操るマルチリンガルを生かし、世界中のブロックチェーンカンファレンスやフィンテックシンポジウムに参加しながら、最先端のブロックチェーンビジネスを研究されている人物です。今回事業進捗に伴う組織変革によって CEO へと就任したバシン氏の講演では、 ASEC プロジェクトが手掛ける新規事業の構想について、その詳細をご説明いただくこととなっております。ついに公開される ASEC プロジェクトの事業構想、ぜひとも存分にご期待ください。それではご登壇いただきましょう。 ASEC フロンティア CEO バシン・テプソパーンのご入場です。
はい、私バシン・テプソパンと申します。私初めて日本に行った時に7歳の時なんですよ。パパママの友人は奈良県のお友達がいました。その時に私日本に行かせていただき、いろんな日本の文化、美しいの文化学んできました。ですからタイに戻ってからずっと自分で日本語を勉強し続けました。でも今回はビジネスなんですけど、私の日本語まだサバイバル日本語なんですよ。ですから今回通訳者の村田さん、はい、よろしくお願いいたします。よろしくお願いいたします。はい、これから発表は英語で話しさせていただきたいと思います。Our platform is going to be called ABCG. This ABCG stands for Art, Blockchain, Glass. So the name of it is Empowering Art Connectivity. But first of all, let me introduce myself a little bit so you can understand about my background more. So my name is Marcin Tepsoparn, but this name is very formally used only in my country. But once I'm going out to America, to Europe, or even in Japan, so I go by Tom. So you don't really have to call me Basin-san, Basin-shi, you can just call me Tom. So if you meet me in the street, in Tokyo, or even in Bangkok, if you see me, just say, hi, hey, hello, konnichiwa, and you can just call me Tom, and I will just talk to you and chat with you, no problem. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit my introduction. So I went to the private Catholic boys' school in Assumption College in Bangkok, and then I gained a 1-year scholarship to spend a year in the United States, so as a foreign exchange student. So that's it's actually the very big transition in my life, because that is the first time that I was out of Asia. Yeah, so I had homesick because I was only 14 years old. And as you know, the American culture and Japanese culture and Thai culture is very different. But once I come back here, my parents told me that, Tom, you're more aggressive, you're more American. So they told me that, you're in Asia, so you have to be more polite and submissive and respect the elder people. This is something that, my father told me, so I really respect that. And I think, what he said is true. So this is my father, this is my mother. So that's the reason why, because they give me so many education, and I feel very thankful for them. So I have a lot of weapons to roam around the world because of them. So I'm graduated from political science in a Bachelor of Arts from Chulalongkorn University. And then after my graduation, I worked in an ExxonMobil company, American company, for 2 years. And then I applied for the scholarship to study in the architecture faculty in Italy, in Torino. And I had a chance, because during the summertime, I decided not to come back to Asia, but I worked as a part-time job in Italy. And then I gained that money, and I decided to go to Paris to study, a little bit of French language in l'Université de la Sorbonne. So I had a very great experience, but to tell you the truth, life in Asia is much easier. And I love Japan, I love Thailand, and Paris is nice, but here is much better to live. I prefer here. So this is my French professor. Okay, so here is this is my classmate in Italy. So we were in the field trip. We were on the excursion. We are about to go to the Biennale di Venezia. And then because this is our architecture class, so I need to learn about the architecture in the old times and the medieval. If you're interested, his name is Palladio, and this building is in Vicenza. And then after I come back, I work as an interpreter and translator as a part-time. So that is the time I explore all kinds of fields of work, because I actually work in different kind of industry. So I actually know what I want to do in my life. Because during your 20s, that is the time that I'm trying to find myself what I want to do for the rest of my life. I think because I used to read the book called Ikigai, so that is exactly what I was trying to find. So thanks to the Japanese people, so that's why I can find something I really want to do, and working happily each passing day. So and I'm going to as I received the mission from ASIC Frontier. So I need to study about the business analysis and to come up with the creation of ABCG platform. Okay, so there are 3 things that we need to take a look in. We need to take into account seriously. That one is alleviate the problem of poverty, to provide the education to the public, but not to forget that we live in the cutting-edge technology world. So we need to utilize the very new technology, which is called fintech and the blockchain. How that could deliver the solutions to the people in the world. Okay, so I was thinking about this, very deeply, and so I need to take a look, because this platform, I was thinking to make it global. So I need to think about, because I'm going to start, from Thailand and, expand through Asia and then, go to Europe and, go to the world, ultimately. But first, I need to take a look, what type people are actually good at. So that is the art creator or the users of our platform, the potential users. And if you're the art creator, but if you don't have somebody to buy your products, there wouldn't be any financial ecosystem going on. So I have to think about the potential customer as well, which is on here. Or you can say there's us customer or the art lover. And then, by using the technologies, how are we going to be able to develop that? So AI is artificial intelligence, and ML is a machine learning. It's a buzzword. It's a buzzword. It's a very popular word of the 2018. And then once we understand about these 3 factors, and we can just come up with a very good financial and solutions and a very effective ecosystem of ABCG, art, blockchain, glass. Okay, so it's called ABCG. So art, blockchain, glass. But why glass? So have you any idea? Because we were thinking about the word glass. First, glass as a think tank for your personal creativity. You need a space, your personal space, to think and to grow your own creativity. So just think of those little goldfish as your ideas. Yeah, because people nowadays they are fear of thinking out of the box. So they need to, to have the comfort zone. They need to have the space for their own personal development. So that's why I think glass is a very good term for this. Okay, so for the second one, glass as a material that can be shaped in different infinite ideas. So if you think about blowing a glass, thinking about Murano glass, so you can just blow it into any kind of shape. Yeah, so this one, it's like the Murano glass. This is a very typical image of the Murano glass from Venezia. And lastly, so it's going to be the glass that has the property of the transparency. So why did I emphasize on the transparency? That is because we use the blockchain technology to empower the prevention of art forgery. Yeah, so by using the AI, by using the blockchain, and by using the smart contract. So when we want to do something, we need to make the research. It's not that, probably your idea is not very good, who knows. So you need to ask people. It's because we need the users. So I and my team went all around the country to give the interviews to those, our potential art users. So we went to different regions, so different provinces, but I picked, very good, 3 interviews, 3 artists for you all today. Okay, so first is a PROGRAM artist from Sakonnakhon, and for the second one is Selamersis, but located in Bangkok. And last one, he's a cone master, and he lives in Samutsongkhram, which is, if you may know, it's the floating market. Okay, so let's take a look at first at Kun Nok. Kun in Thai, it means like sun in Japanese. So I just asked like Miss Nok or Kun Nok. So Kun Nok, so she was a native born of Sakonnakhon province, which is located in Isan. Isan means northeastern in Thai. Yeah, so because the Thai new generations, we kind of globalized, and the new generations, we don't really see the value of our tradition, of our own cultural wisdom. So Kun Nok, so she thinks that she should protect this kind of subcultural wisdom. So she self-taught herself in the community for 5 years. Okay, so I and the team, we went all the way up to the north and very close to Laos border, so in Sakonnakhon, just to take a look, how she lives. Yeah, so this is the entrance of her studio, a very traditional Thai cottage. And this is where she did the fermentation process of the kram, because kram is the kind of plant. It's a kind of plant that you have to go through the fermentation process. Yeah, so this is actually it's a bacteria. It has to be livable, otherwise, you can't actually get the right hue or the right blue color. And then, like this, is, she created her own pattern. The things that I was really astonishingly, surprised is that I thought that she only did the creation of this PROGRAM, but she did her own plantation. So, and then, I and my team asked her that, you have any pain points, by, just living here, and is there any things that, we can do by the use of technology? So she said, not a lot of people, come just and buy this PROGRAM because the Thais, they see it every day, so they take this kind of thing for granted. And then, every time that, she needs to gain the public recognition, she has to travel all the way to Bangkok or Chiang Mai because it's a bigger city. And that means, she had less time to create her own work. She had less time to develop her own creation. And then, she has to learn about entrepreneurial skill, which is, she doesn't need to do that because, it takes her all of her creation time. Okay, so let's move to the second artist. So the ceramicists, the Kun Nai and Kun Vut. So they graduated from a very small community college. So after their graduation, they decided to make the art studio. So this place, is very humble. It's located in outskirts of Bangkok. It's very small, just 15 square meter studio. So as a matter of fact, I used to be the student there. I was the first student 3 years ago. So that's why I know about their story. How they improve their life. So they said they're trying to come up with the profits, but they've been struggling for 2 years. And then, with the advent of Facebook, so the Kun Nai, she started to learn how to use Facebook and do all the ads. So that's why, she gained a little bit more of the students from here.
Yeah.
But then, she said, because in Facebook, you have everything there, so it's very high competitiveness. So one of her wishes is that, if there is, specially created art platform for them, this would be the effective solutions for them. Okay, so let's move to the next person. This Kun Yut, he's the cone master. So he started everything from zero. He doesn't have a knowledge about this like cone creation or anything. But then he applied to study in a Royal College. It's more like the Royal Community College. So and then he developed everything and made his own company gradually. And also, because of Facebook, helps his brand recognition, but it's not stable because it's not, designed especially for art people. Okay, let's move to the ABCG, the art blockchain platform, the prototype. So this one is going to be the first page. So there would be ABCG Thailand, ABCG Japan, ABCG China, France, Italy, you name it. So actually, there's a story behind this, but you can just ask me later if you really like to know about the story. And then you can go for search. It's like Google search. If you want to find the program, or you want to find no mask, no Japanese mask. So you can just search from the search engine. But you wouldn't be able to see much because you need to sign in to go through our KYC process, and then you can see everything. So with the use of blockchain technology, because everything has to be transparent, so we need to know who are the users of this platform. And then these are the top artwork of the artists from Thailand. Okay, so let's move to once you register yourself, go through the KYC process, and then this is your main page. I think in Japanese it's my page, right? Okay, so you have your own online shelf to display your products, and then you can use this is going to be the digital currency, or could be it could be transacted through the credit card, or anything that you like. And so we would like to everybody who engage in this platform to have fun. So that's why this on the left-hand side, if you see, so you have your personal own avatar, but it's still confidential because we want to surprise you later. And then we have several widgets. If you the users of Windows, you can pick several kinds of widgets in your personal desktop. Like this one. It's like just to give the ranking of yourself, and to introduce yourself to others. So what kind of stamina you have. Yes. Yeah, so this is the chart of to show what kind of ability you have, your stamina. And also, you can even add the widgets for the roadshow for yourself, the calendar here. And if you have your own channel in YouTube, you can just give the link and put it on here. So as the way of giving, sharing the knowledge or giving to the education to those who need. As the way to give the education to those who need, because you can learn from these YouTube platform. And also we have you will have your own personal wallet, and you can have your own messenger, and you can chat with our chatbots. So but don't forget we will use AI and machine learning technology. Okay, so for the next one, I make the studies about the competitive advantage for our ABCG and the market analysis in data, graph, and statistics. Okay, so the source of the source of the data is from here, and this is all the IT market that what kind of market what kind of industry that they actually engage in. So here it's the telecommunications, finance, the big cubes. So what I really want you to understand about this graph is that we are actually here, art and music. So what does that mean? What does that mean? So it means that we have so many rooms to fill in this opportunity. And this this is a fact of the online art industry. If you take a look at the right-hand bar chart here, it's the sales amount of the online art and antique markets. So if you take a look closely from our observation is from the year 2013, it keep increasingly ceaselessly to the year of 2017, up to you can see the yellow bar chart. And then let's take a look at the pie chart here, the two pie chart. So if you took a look at the share, so you can take a look that there's China, US, and UK are the top threes, and the rest are the countries from Europe and one from Taiwan. But have you noticed that there's no place for ASEAN? There's no place from Thailand. So that's why I think that there's an opportunity for us to fill in this market. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation, and I just want to leave something to all of you here. So this is Henri Matisse. He's the French. He's a French artist during the 18 to 1900s. So because I really love his quotes, that he says, creativity takes courage. So from our team, our ASEC team, we take this courage to and all of you here. So that's why we're very thankful for our teamwork and for all investors and for all of your supports in this room. Okay, so last but not least, I would like to take to give the credits to this art creator that how I could actually beautify my own presentation, because I used a lot of his elements from this artist. So if you're interested, you can just Google him later. So I don't have any commission from him, so don't worry. Okay, so or his Chinese name is that one. I don't know how to read in Japanese. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation, and thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Thank you.